Did you know that not all mini-split systems are designed to provide efficient heating during the winter in North Texas? In this project carried out by Tempo Air in a residential office in Hurst, DFW, our team removed an incorrectly installed mini-split air conditioning system and replaced it with a Daikin heat pump system, which brings comfort not only in summer, but also in winter. The problem with the previous traditional mini-split systems is that they can be a good option in certain scenarios. But when they are poorly installed, or the room's demands heating systems, comfort does not match expectations, especially during the winter in North Texas. In this case, the mini-split did not provide heating, causing discomfort during the winter. For that reason, the customer decided to completely upgrade the system.
Right now, they are removing the old Daikin air conditioning mini split and getting ready to replace the bracket and the line set and all that, the wiring, to install a new Daikin heat pump system. With changing this unit, the benefit will be he will have heat in the winter instead of only air conditioning for increased comfort year-round, and I think he'll enjoy it a lot more. The difference between this system that we're taking out and the one we are installing is this one will only do air conditioning, and the new one will do air conditioning and heat, provide year-round comfort. The new one has the capacity to get down into very low temperatures without any supplemental heat, so we are improving the comfort level by putting in a smaller unit, and the line set is a slightly different size. In the end, this should function, the new one should function much better than the older one for comfort. So while we're changing this out, we might just note that this was a 2-ton air conditioner in a rather small room, which is way oversized, and the new one we're replacing it with is 9,000 BTUs, or 3/4 of a ton of air conditioning. This one is a nominal 24,000. Bigger is not better. It will make it damper and less comfortable. So getting it sized right really does help a lot in your comfort. In the future, I think the majority of units, the cube type with the compressor and the fan blowing up, are all going to be, for the most part, replaced with the side discharged inverter technology, which is a variable speed compressor in it, mated to a variable speed inside unit, and to give you maximum comfort and efficiency. The main difference between the mini splits or the inverter driven one technology and the standard condensers that we use today is it is a completely variable speed compressor. So it is more efficient. It can go with just the load. It'll run generally a long time in a very low speed and draw very little electricity. So that, I think, is going to be the future of air conditioning. Right now, they're removing the old unit. They're disconnecting the line set. They'll be taking the unit down soon. But we'll be replacing everything, including the wall bracket, here shortly. And I'll be back to explain some of the other parts in a few minutes. Hi, we're in the office of our customer that we're changing that air conditioning style mini split to a heat pump mini split. So we will be changing the inside air handler, be taking off the wall and putting a different one on. They are not interchangeable, but they operate off of a remote control. Some of them you can get also that will operate off your cell phone, depending on what you buy or accessories you get for that system, if it will do it. But this is to increase the comfort in this office, which is completely separate from the house. So it's got a huge south-facing window and lots of electronics in here to add heat to the room. Currently, we're getting ready to remove the old inside unit and off the wall, and the refrigerant lines will come with it. Right now, they're disassembling it so they can get the electrical wires disconnected from it, and then it should just pick up and come off the wall, leaving just a bracket. And they'll just reverse the order when they're ready for the new one. What we have in here is the heat pump. That's the outside unit. It has the compressor and the outdoor coil because it's a heat pump. It's not a condenser coil, but it's a coil. The compressor, and a fan with a nice shell on it. This is the inside unit that has a very small fan in it, and the indoor coil or evaporator for air conditioning, but it works either way. And this is the bracket that goes on the wall that will hold the unit up, and this box is the plastic line set cover to cover the exterior penetration for the line coming down the wall. We'll get it all installed, and it should be a very pretty looking system. Right here, they're taking that wall bracket off, and we're going to install a new bracket, entirely new bracket to hold up the unit. This unit will be setting on some rubber. It will have the arms sticking out in the end, and the unit will set on it and be bolted to it, but it will be setting on rubber mounts to absorb any vibration. And these units are very quiet. I doubt they'll actually hear it operating on the other side of the wall at all. Inside the unit is very quiet also. It is getting a little weathered, and it's a brand new unit, and since we want them to both last together about the same amount of time. And this is by choice of the homeowner. You can put it down on a slab here. We do not have a snow line here. If you live in a farther northern area, you do want to keep it up off the ground to keep snow drifts out of the coil assembly in the winter. But here it's not necessary, but it's not a bad thing to do it either. So another great value to this is also it's up higher. When they come by with the weed eater, they will not hit the unit. It won't get grass clippings in it very easily. So it will work better and more efficient and stay better looking and safer up higher off the ground. Well, this inside unit, as you see, we put in, replaced. It's smaller than the other one, physically smaller. It's way shorter. It is heat pump compatible, and that's almost all in the electronics of it. The actual coil and everything, the fan, to my knowledge, is exactly the same. The outside unit is where the heat pump TXV exists on these. So, although that air handler may technically work as a heat pump, it's not made to it, it's not marketed as one. But most of the magic of making it a heat pump from a regular, just to AC only, is on the outside. how it controls all that. And this will have probably a little bit different sensors to read the heating temperature on the coil. But, that's probably about the main difference in that. Yeah, so on a heat pump, in heat pump mode, instead of this coil being cool, it reverses the flow of refrigerant. And as in the summer, you feel extra hot air outside coming off of a heat air conditioner or heat pump. What it is doing is running in reverse. It's air conditioning the outside, and the excess heat it's releasing on the inside. So it does not have a heating element in it. It is all refrigeration based. In the air conditioning world, it'd be called the condenser at that point, but it blows the hot air into the room. And the air coming out of the outside unit will be very cold. Now, the outside unit also has built-in controls to go into defrost, because if you're 40 degrees or below outside, the outside coil is going to be below freezing, and if it freezes up, it can't produce the energy that we want. So it has to go into defrost mode and it goes back into air conditioning for a little bit, and it heats that outside coil, and almost in every case it will melt off the ice, and in usually 10 minutes or less it will reverse back around and go back into heating mode. The white line here is the drain line going outside down the wall and out into a buried pit, bucket of gravel, buried underground so it can disperse away from the foundation. You can also, if you need to, this can be moved, the drain can be moved to this side as long as you put this rubber plug back in that side. For whatever reason, you have to drain it that way. But they're movable from side to side, but the refrigerant lines have to go out that way. So you have no choice in that. The handheld control tells this machine what to do. However, it is not a thermostat. The actual thermostat is built into the head of the unit. So it goes with what it is told from here. But you could set this in the freezer and it's going to go off of the air temperature in the room. So, but this is a fully mobile. You don't really want to lose it because there's only a fail-safe way to make it work. But it has the switch to go from heat pump to just AC mode, heat only mode, fan only mode. As you see, the louvers there on this unit you can make them swing. You can make them hold still. It's got several different settings. The eco mode has a light on it and a timer. You can set it to run just certain hours of the day. Anyway, it's a very nice machine. It's very quiet, as you can see or hear or not hear. So it's really a nice piece of machinery. It beats a noisy window unit every time. So, and the comfort again is heat in the winter and cooling in the summer. So much better way to do things. So we are completed on our install. We took out this 2-ton air conditioning only mini split by Daikin, and we put this 3/4 of a ton Daikin heat pump in place of it. So it's all installed. It is running. It is running in high gear, as far as I can tell. It does not make hardly any noise whatsoever. It's not vibrating. It's a beautiful machine. It's nice and quiet, and it should give the inside comfort year round. So with changing this to a 3/4 of a ton heat pump from a standard air conditioner, which was 2 tons, the homeowner should experience much lower electrical costs, energy use, and their comfort should go up quite a bit. It should remove more moisture than the 2-ton unit, and so comfort should be better for less money. Very quiet. It's a beautiful thing. One final thing to do that we don't generally do a whole lot of is the homeowner needs to get some putty and fill in the holes from the old unit, which was much smaller than this current unit, and paint that up, and then the installation in here should be complete and be ready for years of service. You do have to clean the filter, pop the door open and clean the filter fairly often. Don't forget to do that, or call Tempo Air to come service it for you and the rest of your home while they're doing, including your plumbing and air conditioning.
Visit our YouTube channel for more information. If you need help with your HVAC or plumbing system this season, you can contact us calling the number on the screen or visit our website, tempoair.com. Tempo Air Employee Owner Care More.